unabated. Great play by Stouffville.
Ferry shot right off 10, and Jim Sargent holds it up. And as a little bit of tempers fly, Bean having a few words, gonna carry it, and he does, and he loses it back as Kiste does the steal. Kiste gets it in to line right out front.
Oh!
Hall right on top of that. Davies holds the puck, takes a nice pass to Kiste. He's on a breakaway. Kiste all by himself. Hall makes the pad save again. Beautiful job. Into deep into Stouffville's corner. Geiger making the pass. Stouffville slowing down a little bit. It's a shot right off. And Kiste gets it around as a bad break for Stouffville. Enough on it, and it's switched back and around to Neal up front. Sargent with an opportunity right in. Gets his mark and gets on the puck early in the second. Carrick coming back and across, deeps it in. Around the circle to Finch, back to the point to Caradonna. Caradonna right up front. Carrick shot high up and deflected. It's in.
It is in.
And that is taken by Finch. I think Finch caught it off. I'm not sure. Let's wait and see. No, you're right. Fitzgerald trying to get a Craner pass to Ganoski. Almost succeeded, but a bad turnover as Webster all alone. In, and he gets it. And it is a goal, even though the net gets knocked off. Hall can't get a piece of it. Webster gets the turnover, and that makes 2 for the Hurricanes here in the second period. Drops it back to Bonner. Bonner loses the pass. Ferry all over him, and a shot weak. Bonner in control, wraparound, and
the save by John Hall.
Just manages to grab it. And another shot, Sekera goes wide.
Second, these guys have got to fight the last minute and 5 seconds remaining on this power play for Newmarket. Terrible bounce.
And Hall trying to get the pass out, doesn't, and it gets a bad bounce. And again, it's picked off as Danello, I think, picked it off, got it in, and it's going to go back. Hall not happy with himself. Around to Doyle. Doyle gets it, loses it to Mount. A shot right out front to Webster. Hall again with a save, another deflection out front. And Hall manages to get a pad on it. Lost puck turnover. Here is Caradonna loses sight, and it comes back in and around. Shot, Danello, wide open net. He can't make it happen. Phillips takes it from the outer circle, and that's a goal.
No, side of the net.
Everyone in the arena thought it was a goal, but the puck actually got caught.
It was on the netting.
Carries it across center ice, and across the blue line, setting it up right to the point. Caradonna shot, deflection out front.
Yes, that is in.
That's Bean. Bean picking it off from the short side corner, brings it down as there's that second point that Stouffville needed. Back on the boards, Brown holding off, trying to line up his teammates. He can't. A bad bounce again, and an open puck as Ferry tried to get some meat on it, plays hold, and they managed to scathe it from crossing that line here with 56 seconds left in the second period. His man out in the corner, Carrick picking off the puck to Doyle, drops it up front. Carrick shot, and yes! Neal hits it off the post. And it wraps the wrong way into the corner. Carrick and now Caradonna with Deneen. And a shot right out front, and Hall chips it down, and again knocked up and around as Stouffville's getting a bit beaten, and a deflection pass from the point as Deneen gets it in too.
I didn't see who that player was, Red, but Matt Deneen, good heads-up play. Hard wrist shot from the point that was deflected by Davies. Short side on John Hall. Equally good save by Jimmy Sargent.
And coming back, Ganoski fighting it to hold it in. He loses it back, and again, Bonner wide open. Here's Bonner's shot. High deflected puck, and it's knocked in by Brandon Serville. Stouffville tries to knock it. They get a high craning pass, and it gets dropped back in and around as now they've put it in, and that's 5-2. Noski off the face-off, loose puck, bang it across to the point. Here it is. Caradonna up front, backhand, Vandersloot loose.
There it is.
It is Porter.
There we go.
Porter not allowing this to go down without a fight, and Stouffville comes back to make it a 5-3 game here with 6:18 on the clock. Carrick taking it back, and he's got it in along the boards to Finch. Ballas picks it off to Serville. Serville gets it back, And Neal trying to pick the corner, and nobody there to pick the pass. Stouffville hammers it again. The shot, deflect. There it is. And again, it comes in as Stouffville closes the gap. Von Eckelbracken, normally wearing the 410 auto shirt, not tonight, is making it as it's a 5-4 game here in Newmarket with 4:15 on the clock. Game 7 right here at Ray Tweeney, and here comes Ballas. He's on a breakaway. Shot, Ton, and Hall deflects it high in the net. 2:22, 5-4. Bagging across the center ice, and the Stouffville not giving up the pipe as Sargent's in there. And a loose puck right out front. Jim caught out net, and he snaps it as Von Eckelbracken smashes it off, and Jim Sargent grabs it in the glove to hold it down here at 1:56.
You pull John Hall, but instead they're 200 feet away from the net. Face off in Stouffville's own end.
Danilo wins the draw. Ganoski trying to fight it out. He does. He knocks it just above center ice. Ballas picks up the puck, dives it deep into Stouffville territory. Serville as Ballas goes after him. Carrick coming back in across. Carrick loses the puck. Carrick, bad pass right out front of the net, gets it back, but here's the Craner as it comes in and around. Stouffville on the move. Porter, Ganoski, the goalie's pulled. Stouffville taking it in. Slammer out front, loose puck.
They've tied it.
Stouffville has done the impossible here in Newmarket as they bring it back from a 3-goal deficit to tie it up. 5-5 with 37 seconds here on the clock. Matt Neal wins the draw, and play is underway here back at the Ray Tweeney Arena. Caradonna up to Finch, looking for Neal. Neal grabs it. Sticking puck goes in behind Sargis as Stouffville managed to get a drop out front, and nobody there to pick up the pass. Newmarket now on the offensive. Coming back in across is Bonner coming in hard. Bonner trying to get control, and again, same scenario, back to back. Matt Neal coming up with Doyle. Neal carrying it up and across, manages to stick handle it. Looking out, drop pass out front, gets it to the point. Carrick holds it off. Carrick shot. It's in.
It's scored. Carrick from the point.
Carrick gets it past
19-20.
Sargis.
Unbelievable. Stouffville is mugging each other on the ice. Absolutely. 19-20, so 40 seconds.
From a 3-point deficit in the last 5 minutes of regulation play, the Spirit drop it and win it 6-5 in OT here at the Ray Tweeney Arena.
Boy, great wrist shot from the point, and I think the way he reacted, that was Matt Neal that was able to deflect that shot past Jimmy Sargent, and poor Jimmy Sargent, boy, he went down, couldn't believe that puck was in. And who's one of the first guys out on the ice?
Kenny Burroughs.
Players, Kenny Burroughs.
Out there before the coaches, going after his players in absolute awe as we look over to the Newmarket bench, and they are in delusion as a game that they had in hand has turned around, and Stouffville now progresses to the semifinals. Sean?
Yeah, before we talk about their matchup in the semifinals, we still have to talk about this game. Stouffville able to get the game-winning goal 40 seconds into overtime. Unlikely. They were down by 3 with 7 minutes remaining in this game. Able to tie it up in regulation, and who would have guessed that Stouffville would get the game-winning goal just 40 seconds into overtime. The first shot on net in overtime, as both teams are shaking their hands. And I got to tell you, to start this game, one of the things we're talking about were headshots. I didn't see a single headshot out there in this game. It was a very physical game, but it was very clean. There was
a very clean game, and Newmarket and Stouffville are both to be commended. One for not doing it like last game, but also one for not retaliating.
And as the Stouffville Spirit come on out, a lot of suits and a lot of players that have been sat aside coming out to shake the hands